Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another shave review video. We'll be looking at the Proof single-edge razor and Rex's newest offering, 1944. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to take it from right here so you guys can watch me lather up 1944. It's the exact same base as the other Rex shaving soaps, which is a tallow-based shaving soap. And this is the newest offering. It is called 1944. It is our take on a bay rum. We've had lots of different soaps on the market for years now, between the Razor Emporium vegan soaps and the Rex tallow soaps. We've never done a bay rum, and this whole idea of doing the decades, was not just like a cute year or like special years to me or something. It was really kind of like eras of shaving products. And we started with 55, real floral, and 66 real citrusy, 77 really musky, and all sorts of other fun stuff. And 88, musk and whatever else. And then we get to, so Dondra said to me, she says, well, what's left? And I said, we've never done a bay rum. She's like, you're right. I said, and that was your grandfather's scent was a bay rum. And so this one has got, of course, bay leaf in it, actual rum. It's got clove, it's got cinnamon, it's got oak moss, it's got a citrus note to it, and it's got leather. So it's kind of our unique take on bay rum. And I mean, I know almost every artisan vendor out there has got a bay rum. Some even have multiples. I know Phoenix Artisan has got multiple bay rums. It's because it's such a popular one, and popular it has been. As of the filming of this video, it's midweek, and last week on Friday we put a newsletter out, and it went crazy. We sold I think more than 100 of these in one day or over the weekend. It was crazy. So you can see how easy it is for me to lather. I got a nice whipped cream consistency very, very easily. So it's that famous Rex Old World Tallow base, now with your favorite bay rum, and it's to shave like your grandpa, because my personal inspiration was my grandfather. I remember him very distinctly having a bay rum scent, and I thought 1944, it's like towards the end of World War II, bomber jacket, you got to put the leather in there, you got to have some of these other notes to make it interesting and unique. So that's 44. I'm looking forward to it. But the star of today's show will be the Proof single-edge razor. Now, this is their newest offering. This is their Reserve, which is a solid brass razor. And I'm going to go ahead and get loaded up with this. The Proof razors have been on the market for a couple years now. To do this, I'm just going to bend this blade till it snaps, and I can actually then load half a double-edged blade into here. And let's see, it was started by David Ellig and his friend Andy Ubbel. And these guys are in Montana, and they called it Proof because they wanted to kind of prove that it was possible to make a American-made razor. And I really respect that, obviously, with my connection with Rex and all the work we do. The cap comes off magnetically, and then you take your half double-edged blade, and because the magnet's there and your blades are made of steel, it's going to stick. And then you can just put the other top half of the cap back on, and it sticks again with magnets. And it is spring-loaded, so it's a flexible head. So it's a little different take. And I haven't used one for many, many years, so we're going to give it a shot. The Proof Reserve. Now, truth be told, my shaving routine, I got a little bit off. I typically shave every other day. And I got busy. And it had been like 4 days since I shaved. And this was yesterday, and I was like, oh no, I'm supposed to shoot a video tomorrow. I can't walk in with 5 days of stubble. That would not be fair to give a brand new razor, especially a pivoting head razor, 5 days of stubble to go through. So I did shave yesterday afternoon. So it's got just under 24 hours of growth. So it's definitely, I'm not giving it, a lot, but I would say it's equivalent, more or less equivalent to 1 day's growth, which A lot of wet shavers are shaving daily. The very first sensation I have is I have to push. I'm not used to pushing because of the flexible head. But it's very comfortable. Very easy. Again, I don't have to find the angle, it finds it for me. Very nice. To kind of tell you the rest of the story, I'm going to reach over here to my other side. This old beat up, dirty looking aluminum razor was a prototype that Proof sent me years ago. They just wanted my opinion. I guess some people respect my opinion, not everyone, I guess, but they were like, hey, Matt, we know you're Mr. Razor guy. We are developing this new razor. Want to know what you think. And I shaved with it, and I gave them some feedback, and they actually did incorporate the feedback into their models now, I can see. But I felt kind of honored that they wanted little old me to weigh in on their production. And I respect a lot what these guys are doing, David and Andy. These guys are making something in the USA. That's cool. And it shaves well. And it's a nice option. You know, there's other razors kind of like on the market that are kind of, I would call it a hybrid razor, where it does use a double-edged blade, albeit this is half. It has a pivoting head. And I think that's really great for a lot of people. Let's go over here. It's, you know, it's no small feat to make something in America. And these guys, you know, invested. They got some CNC equipment, which now that we have our own, I can attest that it's not a cheap investment. And they have the know-how, and they work to develop something. And like I said, it's a kind of a hybrid style with this pivoting head. And a lot of companies are doing this. I'm all for it. I'm not a purist. I mean, personally, I may be a purist. I personally do prefer a double edge that doesn't have a pivoting head. But I'm all for anyone getting away from cartridge razors and using this, you know, these quality components of a good soap and a brush and double-edged blades, and supporting a smaller company instead of a giant corporation, and not throwing a bunch of plastic in the landfills. I'm for all these same points. Whether it pivots or not, that's of your personal preference. This may not be my like regular cup of tea, but it's providing a great shave. And if I was new to the world of double edge, this would be a great way to get started with trying something out. Or if you don't want to have to think about it, or if you want a different kind of experience, or maybe you have one for the gym, or it's more of your travel or whatever. It's a nice option. So I reached out to them after all these years because I've been seeing their stuff around more. I've been seeing they got, you know, more busy. They obviously launched their product since the prototype, and I've seen ads for them and videos. And we actually had a YouTube guy, Josh Perkins, Subi Shaves, if you guys know that channel. And Josh said, hey, can you take my new Reserve that's solid brass and can you polish it and plate it? And I said, that's a great idea. So we did. And we just mailed it back a couple days ago. He should be getting it. And he's going to be making a video all about that. I had some previous irritation on this side of my neck from 4 days of not shaving, so it's not this razor. It's a little bit gnarly right here. So yeah, Josh got his razor back. He polished it, plated in rhodium, and that's one of the benefits of the brass razors. We can do that. You know, we don't have the chemistry at this time set up to plate aluminum. It's a whole different set of chemistry. And so I said, well, yeah, the brass ones for sure, because that's what we do already with all the Gillette work we do is all brass. And now, so then I reached out back to Proof. I said, hey guys, it's been years. You know, do you think you'd let me sell your products? I'd love to, you know, stock them on the shelves at Razor Emporium. And they said, you know, we're not really going to be doing a lot of wholesale work. We're so busy. We're having a hard time even keeping up with our regular direct-to-consumer work. And I said, pretty pleased with sugar on top. No, I just said, hey, you know, I'd really like to, is there anything we can do? And they said, all right, okay, go ahead. And I'm excited that we're going to carry them, number one, but then number two, that we can offer these finish options. So we didn't do it on this one for the video, but we'll have to show some pictures here of the rhodium plated one. And we can do rhodium or gold or nickel. And in fact, again, we launched the proof. Shipment came in last week, right before the newsletter came. We got it quickly up on the website, and we sold through a bunch of it. Not sold out, but we definitely sold a lot of them last week. And a lot of people opted for those options on the brass ones. So pretty cool. I just finished up with 44 Splash. Woo! It is very strong. It's a very strong bay rum, very clovey, very bayy, bayy, and I am just like, I'm touching my face because it feels so good, but I'm also just like, I can smell it. This is not a weak aftershave. This is something that people will smell you coming. And you're going to smell like your grandpa. You're going to smell like you just got out of Casablanca 1944, and you know, you just fought those Nazis, and you came back from the Pacific Theater, you know, and you got out of your bomber. I mean, it's something like that. It's pretty good. I like it. I like the razor. I like the whole tie-in with, we got, you know, all this American-made product on the counter here, the soap, you know, the blades. Well, these are made in the Czech Republic, but, you know, still. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. Even comes with a handy-dandy little stand. And I guess this is like some kind of like a, not a suction, but like a sticky. You take it off here and you can stick it to like your mirror. I saw in the ad, and then you can do this and slide it on. And it can kind of hold the razor for you in your medicine cabinet or on the mirror or whatever, for you, the shower wall, whatever. So pretty cool. That's all I got. Very clean, very close, very comfortable. No issues. Still reeling in this bay rum smell. That's what I got. If you've used a proof, tell me what you thought of it. Do you like the pivoting head? Do you like the magnetic, you know, head feature? Do you like the half double edge? Do you think that this is the future of double edge? Are we going to see more hybrid offerings like this, or Leaf, or Supply now has one that pivots? So is this the future? If you ordered 1944, tell me what you think below, or what your favorite bay rum is. I want to hear from you. That's all I got. If you do leave a comment, you were entered in to win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Share it with someone who needs to see it. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving.